You know the feeling. Tossing and turning in the dark, your mind racing, only to finally drift off and wake up feeling like you just ran a marathon. We're moving past vague advice. By the end of this video, you will have a personalized hour-by-hour protocol based on clinical sleep hygiene principles to help you achieve deeper rest. To do this, you need to build your timeline right now. Grab a pen and paper or open a digital note. Approaching sleep as a structured system rather than a passive wish provides a clear framework for consistent restorative recovery. A successful protocol starts at the end. Your first step is to establish a strict, non-negotiable wake-up time for all 7 days of the week. Write that time down. This timeline represents your biological window. Count backwards 7 to 8 hours from your chosen wake-up time. That is your target bedtime. Write it down. Notice what happens to this structure on the weekend. Sleeping in on your days off conflicts with your internal clock and undermines the consistency of the timeline you just built. Now add your first daytime boundary to the list. Daytime naps must be capped at a strict 30-minute maximum. Add your second daytime boundary. Set a hard cutoff for any vigorous exercise at least 2 hours before your target bedtime. Anchoring both ends of the day and placing strict limits on daytime fatigue traps helps align your internal clock into a predictable rhythm. Next, we shift from the clock to your consumption. Digestion and chemical stimulants can easily override the natural fatigue signals your body relies on. Write down your first nutritional rule. Put an absolute halt to all caffeine 8 hours before bed. Your second rule: finish all heavy or spicy meals 3 to 4 hours before bed. This graph illustrates the biological reason for the food cutoff. A sharp blood glucose spike from heavy foods physically prevents your brain from dropping into the deep sleep zone. Your third pre-bed rule is an absolute ban on alcohol and nicotine. Alcohol creates a specific disruption. While it might help you drift off, it fragments your sleep architecture, preventing sufficient time in the deep sleep phase. Timing your consumption systematically clears the biochemical roadblocks that prevent your brain from achieving deep rest. Now, move your focus into the bedroom. This space must be engineered exclusively for rest. Add the rule of 3 to your list. The bedroom environment must be dark, it must be cool, and completely quiet. Lower the temperature to below 70 degrees Fahrenheit. A cool environment facilitates the drop in your core body temperature that signals your brain it is time to sleep. Finalize the environment by keeping the light out with blackout curtains or a sleep mask, and mask outside sounds using a fan or white noise machine. Institute a mandatory 60-minute pre-bed screen ban. Swap your phone time for reading, a warm bath, or meditation. Finally, write down the 20-minute rescue plan. If you are in bed for 20 minutes without sleeping, you must leave the room. Avoid looking at the clock and do a low stimulation activity until your eyelids get heavy. Strict environmental control paired with a clear rescue plan removes the performance anxiety of falling asleep. Your bedroom becomes a psychological trigger for rest. Look at the paper in front of you. You have successfully built a custom hour-by-hour protocol. Execute this exact timeline for 7 consecutive days. This allows your body enough time to reset your circadian rhythm and establish a new baseline for your sleep health. If you strictly follow this protocol and still wake up exhausted or experience heavy daytime snoring, it is time to consult a doctor to evaluate for sleep apnea. For tonight, your room should be cooling down, your timeline is set, and it is almost time to step away from your screens. Quality rest is the measurable outcome of these daily habits you now have the tools to control.